Right, so it's a Q&A with Parky, myself, Nick, actually, and Greg as well. So we have the four of us here. You can ask any questions from what it's like to run a page of enthusiasts to history on the aeroplane, what it's like to run the company, and troubles in actually operating the aircraft, or what it's like to fly them. And Parky's career is another, so everything from Red Aero through to BBMF. And then, you know, really climaxing on flying our little Robin back and forth.
The highlight. She's a beauty.
So what we did at Headcorn is I asked the first question and then we just go around the room. So my one to you, Parky, would be, what's your highlight of flying with us?
I think there's been a few, but the air show last year was brilliant. I don't know if any of you went to Headcorn. I mean, I absolutely love that. It's, you know, obviously the history that Nick's covered as well, but it's in, you know, smack bang in the middle of Kent. I'm a local boy from Sussex anyway, so I did, back in '82, I flew another Robin out there. God, I must have been frightening. Can't believe they let me have it. But it's a really friendly little air show, and I just remember just jumping out, and it was glorious weather. We lucked in. It's been a bit of a troubled season, but it was just, you know, full display. I was flying TD, and you just get so close to the crowd, and you can really sense the excitement, the buzz. You know, I've done a lot of Ret'ds and the big shows and stuff like that, and to me they're so sterile compared to places like Headcorn, where, you know, you taxi in and I feel like I'm putting my wingtip through all the kids' heads. Sorry about that, but it's just brilliant. You really get up close to the crowd and you feel it, and the interaction I found really pleasurable. But yeah, just definitely last year the Headcorn air shows were really great, and I think that evening as well there was a Leeds Castle. It was a beautiful night as well, and just displaying at Leeds Castle, you know, that is a breathtaking venue. Touch wood, you know, we have been just so lucky for the weather at Leeds Castle in the last 3 years, and it's just been, you know, it's absolutely in the evening, so the sun is just setting, and you know, it is just fabulous. You're aware that there's a lot of people down there, but just to have a Spitfire and a sunset and 8 minutes just to entertain, it's magical without that.
It's a bit Top Geary, this, isn't it?
We were trying to work out who Hammond, and we think definitely Clarkson, but
Captain Slow.
I just want to say on behalf of everybody here, thank you for your service and
Pleasure.
your years of giving immense
I've loved it.
fun to everybody. My question to you is, if you're still in BBMF and you had some kind of say, what is the one single engine, twin engine or 4-engined aircraft you would like to see added to the BBMF fleet?
Good question.
And if you don't give me the right answer, I will chase you.
I bet I know the right answer.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and it's not a 109.
No, it's a British aircraft.
It's a Mosquito.
Thank you.
And it is bizarre actually. I had it was fascinating. I don't know why, but Smithy at the time, his passport had run out, and there was a kind of rumour of trying to acquire a Mosquito. It never really materialised. It was sort of retro, and they had a Gladiator. But in Norway they had a lovely Mosquito, which actually the RAF had given. It was painted in Norwegian colours, but it was an RAF one. It hadn't seen Norwegian service. And it was a light fighter bomber trainer, so it would have just been, it would have ticked all the boxes, and it had Merlin,
We need one,
7 Series, yeah. And went to look round it, and it was just gobsmacking. The Norwegians were incredibly friendly, and literally they came out, they opened up the museum, we just clambered all over it, and it smelt like any RAF aircraft. Probably some of us had done chipmunk flying back in the 70s, 80s, smelt identical, it smelled of RAF aircraft. And it was just weird, sitting in this Mosquito, it was either 2 Spitfires, or it was half a Lancaster. You know, you could take it either way, and it was, you know, the same start buttons. You're probably aware, but if you do sit in, well, you'll sit in TD in a moment, but the instrument panel, you could take that out and you could put it in a Hurricane, or you could put it in a Mosquito, or you could put it in a Lancaster. And it's such a clever idea that that instrument panel was interchangeable, and it's the same cost, but also for the ATA pilots, quickly jump in, you're in bad weather, top left is always the airspeed indicator, so it's just brilliant, but just the same start buttons, the same throttle, the same. It's just weird how the switches, the cockpit layout was. And again, if you sit in the Lancaster, I don't know if it's just Jane or you know, in our one, but it is just 4 Spitfires. It's the same 4 engine instruments. They are straight from the Spitfire. So, you know, the wooden one day, it was just I think you know, Eric Winkle-Brown, you know, he definitely raised the Mark 9 Spitfire as one of his top aircraft of all times. And if ever there was the greatest test pilot ever, I'm sure most of you will be aware.
Put one onto a carrier.
He landed a Mosquito on a carrier. And again, you know, below sort of stall speed at about sort of 65 miles an hour. It was just extraordinary, but the versatility of that aircraft. I sat on my leaving do, I guess a couple of sort of Saturdays ago. I had a guy called George Dunn, who he flew Mosquitoes as well as a number of other aircraft, Sterling time, but Mosquito, and we chatted to him about it, and the fastest he did from the UK to Berlin and back was 4 hours 15. And that's pretty quick going in a Mozzie, you know. We're like, Jesus, George. He was a very, very sharp guy, but he just, again, just, you know, he just a delight to fly. So fast, so powerful, packed in, you know, that, you know, a real punch. 20mm, the nose was full of cannon and machine gun, and obviously internal bomb bay. Just a brilliant concept and design, lightweight, wooden construction. So, yeah.